has been Portland Wrestling. Brought to you in part by Tom Peterson. I'm glad to have you along. I have an annual duty to perform, a chore which I enjoy very, very much. We will take a look at the board as the 11th annual Pete Ward Baseball Clinic comes our way again. And I tell you, they have really outdone themselves this year. Pete has outdone himself, getting Willie Stargell of the Pittsburgh Pirates to be on hand, Tommy John, the New York Yankees, Jack Riley, an old friend of mine from OSU, standing in for Bobo Brayton, and Tom Troublehorn from the Portland Beavers. A lot of other people. The coaches like to go. Kids like to find out about it. It's all happening at the Pete Ward Baseball Clinic, or call the Portland Park Bureau. Portland Park Bureau is the place to call. A lot of big stars going on. We'll tell you about it again next week. Right now, we're going to take this time out, and we're going to hear from Tom Peterson. Winter parade of televisions isn't much like winter outside, but it is winter time, and some great buys by Tom Peterson. Tom has kind of given it over to me for the next few weeks, so I'll be telling you about some of the great buys. I get to pick out some of the things I want to tell you about. RCA Zenith, GE Magnavox, all names you know, $399. And, of course, other buys, too, Hitachis and so forth. In this week's TV guide, you will see an ad for a video cassette recorder. Tom will tell you about that right now. Prince of the way things are in the wrestling world in the Pacific Northwest on this night. The title changed hands a couple of times, 3 times, I think, this past week. A couple of those matches, at least a couple, ended up in great controversy. But the total outcome, the final outcome of it, I should say, was that Wednesday in Seattle, the title was won back by Jay Youngblood.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The first event this evening will be won.
Back and forth the title did, 2 or 3 times this past week, between Jay Youngblood, who holds it now. He won it in Seattle and then successfully defended it in Salem, that I know of. I'm not sure if he didn't also down in Eugene. At any rate, the upshot of it is that the title belongs to Jay Youngblood. He is the new heavyweight champion of the Pacific Northwest, and Buddy Rose is very unhappy about that. Rose is steaming about having lost the title. He had it for some time, and of course the minute he lost it once this week, then he insisted on another title bout and fulfilled all the title bouts because he was challenging part of the time. But the new champion, Pacific Northwest heavyweight champion, is none other than Jay Youngblood. Jay, his father, and Joe Lightfoot tonight in the main event against Rose and the Army. Mike Allen, or the side headlock. He's out of Florida, I believe. One half of the tag team champions, Joe Lightfoot. On my right, the other half of the tag team champions, and the new Pacific Northwest heavyweight champion, Jay Youngblood.
Thank you very much, thank you. It's a pleasure coming out here, being able to represent these people the best we can. Now, Rose, I want you to look real close what Joe Lightfoot and myself have. Let me put it this way. What these people have now is a new Pacific Northwest champion. I came out here and I promised these people that I would beat you. I would cut the head off the serpent, then get the rest of the body. Rose, we beat you for your Pacific Coast belt. Now, friends, Oliver, Destroyer, you guys come out here so that you guys deserve a tag team title match. As far as I'm concerned, you're the rest of the body of the serpent. Rose, 1 down, 2 to go. Destroyer, Oliver, it gives me nothing but great pleasure because Joe and I are not closet champions. We'll put our belts up against you. If you think that you are able and you think that you can deserve a title shot, you have the title shot. Joe and I have worked like Trojans. You put this man out thinking that you would get these belts handed to you on a silver platter. No way, my friend. Because he's a proud Indian, just like I am. Like I said, Oliver, Destroyer, you guys want a title shot, you got it.
Okay, that's it from the guys with all of the belts. Joe Lightfoot, Jay in action a little later tonight, the Army, the Destroyer, Rip Oliver, and of course the General, King of the Ring, I see, Buddy Rose, former champion.
For 5 years, I have been king of the ring in the Northwest. Youngblood, you won my championship. Youngblood, your brain seems to be in rewind, and your mouth seems to be in fast forward. I do not like to watch you walk around with that championship belt around your waist. Yes, it hurts my feelings, and yes, you are the champion. These last 7 days have been the hardest 7 days of my life, wouldn't you say?
I sure would, buddy. You've been fighting. Youngblood, you finally did it, but I don't think if it wasn't for the help of your daddy being around here, you would have never did it.
The championship was on the line 3 times last week. Now you tell me that's not giving Youngblood all the breaks. The championship should be defended once every maybe month and a half, something like that. Give me a little rest, give me a little psych power, let me study the man, and then another championship match. But no, they give 3 to Youngblood in 1 week, and he wins it. Okay, Youngblood, my New Year's resolution, it's going to be Buddy Rose's greatest year in the Northwest, and I will get my championship back. You will never have the glory of showing that belt off, Youngblood, because I've got a plan. Right, Destroyer?
That's right, buddy. It's not right the way you want it anyway.
Destroyer, Oliver, and myself are an army. You see the respect we get from these people? No respect. They all look at us. They all look at us. I noticed a few of the men sitting out there with their girlfriends and their wives look up to their husbands and they say, honey, why can't you be like the Destroyer? Why can't you be like Oliver? Why can't you be like Buddy Rose? Why can't you be athletic? Why can't you make good money? Why can't you be a winner? Why do we have to live like we live? It's because they're not the kind of men that believe in themselves, that can show every bit of courage and guts and stamina that they've got inside them, and that's what we do. We come out and show it to you people every week, and we're going to continue to do so, and we're going to show that we don't give up when the chips are down. The chips are down, but these men here and myself plan on getting all those belts back in the near future and holding all those belts and saying to you people, we told you so, right?
Got down to the point now. Remember what happened to Eric Emery? Remember what happened to Joe Lightfoot? It's got down to the point now. It's going to start all over again, boys. So when you come in the ring with us, you better be ready, because we put up with enough of this bull. The Army with General Playboy Buddy Rose and their words.
Make one more stipulation. Now Youngblood is the highest paid in the Northwest, right? He's the champion. I consider myself the second highest paid. I've got money. Oliver's got money. Destroyer's got money since teaming up with me. We've all got money, but we like to build that stack, our checkbook's just a little bit higher, and by doing that, we have to get those belts back. I'm still going to make my money. I just want to make one more stipulation real quick. Youngblood, if there was nobody in the arena whatsoever, and you and I had a wrestling match and had these TV men film it, I would beat you. But you depend on all the help from all the people and everybody coming in here to back you up. And everybody's with you. Well, fine. But if it was one-on-one with nobody in the arena, I'd like to make a challenge like that sometime. Just a TV camera, play it later, and I'd show you I'd win in a second, brother. That's right.
That's the Army. Been yelling about wanting a tag team title bout. Well, earlier on their interview, they said, come and get it, fellas. Take a shot. Take your best shot. Jonathan Boyd wants to get either Oliver or the Destroyer. They worked him over in a parking lot, remember, a few weeks ago. More on that later.
Next event be the best 2 out of 3 falls are to a TV time limit. A 6-man team match. This will be the Indians against the Army. Introducing in this corner the Army of Rip Oliver, the Destroyer, and Playboy Buddy Rose. Their opponents in this corner, the Indian Joe Lightfoot, Jay Youngblood, and Jay Youngblood Sr.
Chief Youngblood as he's called, and we will call him that to keep track of things. Seemed to be just a little bit. Hey, Rose took the belt. Rose took the title, the heavyweight belt. And he looks to be heading up here. We'll run over, see what he has to say.
Youngblood, this is the last time you're ever going to see this belt. I'm going to pitch it into the Colombian River, River. I'm going to pitch it somewhere, but you'll never see it again. You're never going to have the pleasure of wearing this belt.
He grabbed the belt from Youngblood. Youngblood had the heavyweight championship belt. It, of course, does not make any difference. Youngblood is still the champion, but I don't see... Sandy Barr said, I've had enough shenanigans. We're going to wrestle. Rose is not even back down at ringside yet, and I don't know, maybe he's going to throw that. He said something about throwing a belt in a river. He comes out now, and he apparently has taken it to the dressing room. He has secreted the belt somewhere. I've seen times before where somebody's grabbed the belt, maybe had it for 10, 15 seconds or a minute, and Sandy Barr grabbed it and returned it. But Rose has taken the belt. Now Sandy Barr is warning him about returning it. He grabbed the belt from Youngblood, came up here. You heard him say you'll never get to wear it. That bell has been around since, I believe, the 1930s. Oliver given a turnbuckle treatment. And Rose, not too quick about wanting to get in there. He sent the Destroyer in for him against Jay Youngblood. After this fall, we'll be running down again to town where the wrestling is. Jay Youngblood. We'll call his dad the Chief Youngblood, and here comes the tag. Jay holds the Chief of the Chop. Whip into the ropes. Shot to the midsection. He goes after Oliver and Rose. Rose is 4 or 5 rows back up the aisle. He doesn't want to take the tag. And neither's Oliver. Finally, Oliver does. And he's in against Chief Youngblood. And Oliver wants Lightfoot. He wants to tag out. And we have Lightfoot. Side headlock. Back and forth they go with a double slingshot. The Chief comes up short, shoots a shot to the stomach. Jay Youngblood getting some on Oliver, and Rose still doesn't want to go in. Chief Youngblood challenges Rose, and that's a little too much for Rose's ego. This may not be a sellout crowd, but it's as loud as any we've had. Reverse whip, Rose. Nailed in the midsection. A shot by the Chief. These are our hardcore fans. I'll tell you, they're going wild. Jay Youngblood gets Rose in the ring. Turns it over once. Went for the tag. Oliver didn't look like he wanted to take it. And it was a pretty feeble attempt to make the tag by the Destroyer. That left arm, it was the left shoulder, nearly 3 years ago, of Jay Youngblood. Suffered a compound fracture, put him out for over 6 months. Joe Lightfoot coming in, chop on the arm. He grabs it, turns over the arm bar. Starts and chops on the arm bar. And the Chief coming in. And now jerking on the arm bar. Turns it over. Jerk. They are definitely working on the left arm of Playboy Buddy Rose. He's in the corner. Neither of his men want to tag him. Puts their heads together on each of them. Now, here comes Chief around the ring. The Destroyer doesn't see him coming. Rose says, tag me out of here. The Destroyer takes the tag. He's in. Youngblood got in the enemy corner there. Jerry Youngblood. Lifted body slam. This, of course, the main event of the evening. 2 out of 3. Jerry television. Time limit with a standby bout if needed. Chinlock being worked by the Destroyer. The Destroyer working the chinlock on Jay Youngblood. Jay Youngblood, Jay Sr., the Chief, and Joe Lightfoot. In against the Army. Oliver in. The whip. Knee lift. To Jay Youngblood. Foot stomp. Headlock from behind. Oliver working the headlock. Good shot of it. Headlock, chinlock, correct me, from behind. You see the tape on the thumb. Chief Youngblood coming in. Rose got in while the Chief had the referee's attention. Now Rose switched. He came in. Buddy Rose did not tag. Sandy Bar rules thusly. And Oliver is to come back in, but the damage was done. Chinlock from behind. Oliver working on Jay Youngblood. Whip into the far corner. Pat with an elbow, flying elbow smash by Rose after the tag. Foot stomp and another to the head of Jay Youngblood. And he misses that stomp. Jay got out of the way of it, but he's hurting. Takes him with a backslide. Both shoulders are down. 1, 2, and he twists out of it. Drop to the midsection. Rose is letting me out of here. Youngblood coming back at the Destroyer. Jay in a neutral corner, near neutral corner. Shot to the side of the head. And a head into the knee of Oliver, draped over the turnbuckle. The tag, and we're going to have a double team. They double chop. Into the corner. Here comes Lightfoot and the Chief going after Oliver. And off of the top rope, the Destroyer with a double chop. The backbreaker carry, and he got over the top turnbuckle with a double chop. The first fall goes to the Army.
In 8 minutes and 57 seconds, winner of the first fall, the Army.
Okay, we are setting up here to show you where the action is. I will be going down quickly and then go into the next week a little bit as to where professional wrestling action is. And there's a lot of it going on, and it is super, believe you me. Starting tomorrow, there it will be. Is back up. Particularly, we understand Oliver and the Destroyer with something to say about those tag team titles.
Do you call that your champion? You seen who's the champion? The Army's the champion. You see what teamwork can do? That's just how we're going to win the tag belt next Saturday night, Indians. You had your chance. That's my late Christmas present, boy. You finally put them on the line, and that's just the way we're going to whip you, the way we just got through whipping you. What are you going to do to Boyd? Now listen to me, Jay Youngblood and Joe Lightfoot. When me and Rip Oliver get in that ring, we are the hottest tag team ever to get in the ring in there with you. We are going to win the belts next Saturday night. And Jonathan Boyd, let me tell you something. I got a kangaroo death match with you in Medford, and I'm going to bring you down to your knees and have you begging me, please, Destroyer, don't beat on me no more the way you're beating on me. These men are going to win the tag team championship. The reason they're going for it, we want all the belts, we don't want a belt, and then I'm going to take Youngblood's belt back. And by the way, at the end of the night tonight, I'm going to announce something very special, what I'm going to do with that belt, and everybody's going to find out. Youngblood, you'll never wear it again. Salem, Eugene, Medford, all over. Boys, you're in for the whooping of your life.
That's the Army. We will be right back. That's a pair of the Army. The two that are going to try to get the tag team titles. They're in there again with the man who this week lost his heavyweight championship to Jay Youngblood. The Army won the first fall in the one against the Indians here. Lightfoot Jr. and Sr. and Joe Youngblood Jr. and Sr. and Lightfoot, Joe Lightfoot, of course. Things are happening all over. The Northwest, tell you, wrestling is hot. (289-4222) is who you call to get tickets. You can call tomorrow or next Saturday. 289-4222. Of course, the best way is the flea market out here. Tickets available at the concession stand on that every Sunday. Jay Youngblood Sr., the Chief. Jay Jr. and Joe Lightfoot. Lightfoot, one half of the tag team champions. Youngblood, one half the tag team champions and the heavyweight champion, but he does not physically have the belt. There's some talk about the way that fall ended now, and Sandy Barr's asking. Rose is explaining the way it happened as far as his version goes. So just a clean body slam. Anyway, Rose grabbed Jay Youngblood's heavyweight championship belt at the beginning of the match. Came up here spouting some words about it. Jay Youngblood would never get a chance to wear it. And then took off and apparently put it back in the dressing room or hid it somewhere. There's that controversial thumb coming into use for the first time tonight. Oliver with that right thumb tape, saying that he suffered an injury and he has to keep a tape like that. Body press by the Destroyer. Count of two is all. Lightfoot kicks out of it. But Lightfoot being in a little bit of trouble. Jay Youngblood, check that. Jay, of course, is pinned for the first fall he had to start this fall. And he's trying to get out, but he did not get a lot of recuperation time. Oliver throwing the right-hand punch, then challenges the Chief in. Gets the referee, and it's Rose and Oliver. Rose coming in without a tag. At this point, he dug him back into a corner where a tag would look like it had been made. Jay was out near the middle of the ring when that action all happened. The whip, knee lift, the whip, knee lift to the midsection on Youngblood. Stop to the abdomen. Buddy Rose puts over on it. Could be 2 straight falls. No. He's able to pop Rose to the side of the head before the count of 3. Now catches him downstairs. Rose checks out. Oliver catches a double foot kick as he comes in, tags out, and the Destroyer goes to work. Body slam. Off of the rope. Flying body press, which misses. And Youngblood is in the wrong corner. Now he's going to a neutral corner. He can't find his own corner. He is groggy. Kick to the midsection on the Destroyer. Destroyer comes swinging back. Youngblood swings back. Youngblood dives for the tag and gets the Chief. Here comes the Chief and Katie by the door. Chief with a chop on Oliver, then Rose back to the Destroyer in the ring. The whip. Double chop. The whip. Lightfoot in with a chop on the Destroyer. Covers him with a body press. 1, 2. Whale kick. The Destroyer just able to make the tag to Oliver. To the midsection. The whip. And again. Oh! The knee got up. Caught a charging Joe Lightfoot. He was really jet streaming it into the corner and caught the knee. He's in trouble. That's the sign for Rose to come in. Most always, the Army's tactics are one of the other 2 guys to get an opponent in trouble, and then Rose will come in and deal out the punishment. Knee drop to the head, covered with a body press. 1, 2. The Chief in to save it. Joe Lightfoot trying to get for the tag. The Destroyer comes in with the tag. Lightfoot drop and throws the Destroyer off the hold. Tries to make it to the tag. To the tag. Destroyer cuts him off. And a headbutt with by the masked man. Up in the air and down and again with that leg. Very controversial mask worn by the Destroyer. We saw what appeared to be a man get cut open by it in Salem last week.
6 minutes, Ron.
Joe Lightfoot trying to back into his corner. He's taken down using the hair. Sandy Barr caught him. Counts him off. The destroyer takes the tag and comes in. Diving headbutt to the left arm. Oh, flying foot stomp by Jay Youngblood. Saving Joe Lightfoot. Joe trying to get over for the tag. Just out of reach. And they're going to work on the arm again. You heard, particularly Oliver, talk about it's going to start all over again. Many's the injury that Rose and his different armies have been connected with. With a souffle with a back body drop on the left arm of Lightfoot, the chief. In to say that would have been a 3 count, I'm relatively sure. Billy Goat Butt gets Oliver off. He tagged the destroyer. Headbutt, side of the head. And Lightfoot is back in the enemy corner and down on the mat. Roundhouse right. They're working on the left shoulder. It was dislocated here a while back. And Lightfoot had to have 3 or 4 weeks recuperation. He throws the destroyer off, but cannot get to his corner. Body slam by the destroyer. Tagging and Oliver will come in. Foot stomp. They're working on the left shoulder. They continue to do so. A kid down here with a sign, and I can't see, he's getting double duty out of it. He holds the sign toward the ring for Rose or somebody to read, and on the back of it, it says, "Hi, Mom and Billy," and I don't know if our camera will ever catch it, so I'll pass it along. That's ingenuity. Fine youngster down here in the third row. Joe Lightfoot chopping on Oliver, trying to get out of there. Oliver working on the left arm. That's the one they hurt before, that shoulder. Lightfoot got out of the way. A flying tackle by Oliver hit Rose. And Lightfoot is getting near the tag. And they really hit each other. And here comes Jay. Little war dance. Flying judo chop. Called a tomahawk sometimes. Reverse leg drop on Oliver. Joe says, "Let me have a shot at him now." Oh, they're going to double team. Double judo chop. Oliver with a count of 2. And maybe they got careless and let Lightfoot back in there too early. I think they thought they had Oliver put away. The backbreaker carry again. Off the top ropes, and I think it's a DQ. But let's see. Sandy Barr called for the belt in a hurry. It is. He saw what happened and called for the disqualification. This match is all even.
In 10 minutes,
Sandy Barr spun around, saw the outside interference, the double
second
team,
fall to the Indians.
and it's all even at a fall apiece. The Army got caught that time. Sandy Barr spotted it. They thought they had it won. Not so, saith the referee. Well, folks, Six-man tag. We've already had a lot of action, but it's all even. The next ball, the only one that counts now. We'll be back after we hear from Alan Tonkin speaking from...
He's looking better, and he's looking for some specific action. Lord Jonathan Boyd. Everybody just seen what happened then, Frank. See, the Army tries to cheat every possible way they can, and sometimes they get away with it, and this is what makes them what they are, you know. But sometimes they don't get away with it. And I'll tell you something else they're not going to get away with. They're not going to get away with making me look like Frankenstein. Because I don't enjoy looking like this. I don't enjoy getting up in the morning, Oliver, and looking in the mirror. I don't enjoy watching other people look at my Scars Destroyer. And I'll tell you something else I don't enjoy, Rose. I don't enjoy waiting to get my hands on you. It's a common knowledge that these men will not sign matches in Portland, Oregon. I don't know why. I don't know whether they are scared or worried or what. But I'm going to assure them this. I'm not going to get you in no parking lot to get even for this. I'm not going to get you in some alley. And I'm not going to knock on your front door and beat the living daylights out of your face with something like this. What I'm going to do, I'm going to eventually get each and every one of you in Portland, Oregon. I don't care how much time it takes. Hey, because I'm no longer mad. I'm going to get even if it's the last thing I do. I'm going to break your noses. I'm going to dismantle the Army, and I don't mean by breaking them up. I don't mean by separating them. I virtually mean break them up, piece by piece, nose by nose, scar by scar. But I don't want this to ever happen on a Saturday night because I don't want the viewing audience that cannot stand blood to see it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and get it on some Tuesday night special. I don't care if I have to wait a month because I'm going to get you one at a time. Now, Rose, I'm not worried about you. The people seen me here take that belt off you. You used a gimmick and got away with the win, but I still was the uncrowned champion. I'm glad there's a new champion. He'll do some justice to the belt, not make it a piece of dirt like you've made it here in the Northwest, Rose. So I'm not worried about you. I can take care of you anytime because without your Army, you're nothing. What I'm going to do, I'm going to destroy your Army one by one. I'm going to get them in kangaroo death matches as many times I can. And when I get them here in Portland, Oregon, it's going to be a kangaroo death match. And Rose, once I get rid of your Army, I'm going to come and kick your butt.
Lord, that was our last commercial break. So from now on, we're just going to be going with it. Third and last fall, of course. Third and deciding fall. The Army doing some talking. They lost the second fall on a disqualification. Buddy Rose has made a threat about the championship belt, which he physically has taken the belt away. Not the championship, the belt. He has taken away from Jay Youngblood in the ring. Jay Youngblood is the champion, but the belt physically hidden somewhere, probably back in the dressing room, back with one of his... He seems to have bodyguards almost showing up. I think he has his own private pilot, this Buddy Rose. Lightfoot. And Oliver right back to work on the left shoulder of Joe Lightfoot. He goes behind, drops a chop, and the chief is in. Whip into the far neutral corner. Taken out with a snap mare, knee drop. And Jay Jr. is in, taking over from the Chief. On Oliver, the whip, and nailed him with a drop kick. He goes after Rose, lays one on the Destroyer, comes back with a knee drop on Oliver. And another chop. 1, 2. Rose whip with a flying foot stop. Youngblood was waiting for him, and he nailed Oliver with it as Youngblood got out of the way. Watch out, everybody's in the ring. Oh, I don't think I've ever seen this one before. A three-way head buster. Sandy, get out of there. 3 ways. The old choo-choo train. Sandy Barr sorting out who is the legal wrestler and finally says, Jay, it's Oliver. Lightfoot in. Snapmare. Knee drop. Judo chop, top of the head, and again. Oh, low blow. It looked like. And whatever it was thrown with that controversial thumb. All commercials out of the way, so we'll stay here till this thing's all over. Flying body press on the Destroyer. Gets a count of 1. Knee drop, side of the head. Rose taking over at a victory roll. Able to kick out of it at the count of 1. He was going for the shoulder throw. That's for the knee drop. Lightfoot got out of the way, and Rose dug that knee into the canvas. The tag is made, and the Chief is in. Destroyer came charging in, ready for action when he thought he had Lightfoot. Watch out. Double slingshot, back and forth. The Chief with a flying head scissors. Hey, Chief still moving good. Got up in the air for the flying rolling head scissors. He's got the Destroyer in it. Middle of the ring. The Destroyer trying to kick out of it. He tags. Double foot stomp to the midsection by Youngblood J, that is. He gets Rose. He gets Ripper, Oliver. Turnbuckle treatment for him and slaps the side of the head of the Destroyer. Both sides at once, bang. And the bells are ringing. Joe Lightfoot in on the Destroyer with the whip. Judo chop. And there's a flying shoulder roll, covers him in a body press. 1, 2. And may have had the third, but Oliver was in to save his partner. The Destroyer back with a headbutt to the midsection. Tags out as he gets Oliver over in that corner. As he gets Lightfoot over in that corner, Oliver got on Lightfoot with the head across the top rope. Now the whip into the ropes. Watch out, watch out. Rose missed it. Was going to come back at him. And he saw Lightfoot waiting. Side headlock into the rope. Hip throw. Lands on his feet practically, and he's ready to kick off. Rose going to go after him again. And Rose says, I can't make anything work. Get in here. In comes Oliver. And he's in the enemy corner. They do a little double teaming on him. The chief with a chop right down the middle of the face. Lightfoot working on Oliver. The tag, and Jay will come in. Jay Jr. working downstairs and upstairs. And Oliver remains in the enemy corner. Judo chop. Turnbuckle treatment. It's just Oliver taking all this punishment. And there's a tag. Lightfoot's in.
3 minutes.
Lightfoot to the midsection and the snap mare. This is wildness, and it's going to be that way. The Indians trying to get even with the Army. Jay Youngblood, Joe Lightfoot both have suffered serious injuries. Youngblood had to stay out of wrestling for nearly 6-8 months. They want to get even with the Army right now. The Army's having its way with Joe Lightfoot. Rose is in. You can tell the man is hurt. Not hurt as much as Rose thought. Rose went for the shoulder throw. Lightfoot over at the tag to the chief. Whip. He tagged Jay Jr. Now watch out what's going to go. He catches him with a double chop over there. And another. The tag was there so he could come out if he wants to. Over the top. 1, 2, 3. The Indians win it.
Seven minutes and 35 seconds. The third and final ball winner, the Indians. Joe Lightfoot playing as Youngblood Sr. and Jr.
Chief Lightfoot, Chief Youngblood, check that. Chief Youngblood, Jay Youngblood, and Joe Lightfoot. The winners, the Indians win it. He took the belt. As I say, I've never seen this done before. He took it and hit it somewhere. And Jay.
Youngblood, I got a special announcement for everybody. You know what I'm going to do with that belt? Tomorrow, Sunday afternoon, at 1:30 in the afternoon, I will be with my two partners, and I want you, Frank Bottom, as a witness to be there. I will be in a Rolls Royce or a limousine driving up to the top of the Fremont Bridge, going southbound on the Fremont Bridge, the upper level. There's a flag at the top of the bridge. I'm going to park on the side. I'm going to take your belt, and I'm going to pitch it into the river at 1:30 tomorrow. If you think I'm kidding, Youngblood, if you think I'm kidding, I'll quit the Northwest because I'm going to be there 1:30 tomorrow, Panama. I want you there. I'm going to film this, brother. I'm going to film it to prove to you, Youngblood, that you'll never, ever get the pleasure of wearing the Pacific Northwest heavyweight belt again. You are not a champion. I am the champion. Not only that, these two men are going to win your tag team championship next Saturday night. And I'll tell you something else. Everybody swear, I swear to God, I want you there 1:30 tomorrow, top of the bridge, Fremont Bridge, southbound, on the left-hand side. And I'm filming it, brother. I am going to drop that belt over the top of the bridge into the water. And if you've got skin diving equipment, flippers, and goggles, and you know how to do it, good luck. I'm weighting it down, and it's going to go right to the bottom, brother. Never. Youngblood, you'll never see that belt unless you get your bow and arrow and shooters just flying off the bridge, because the Playboy's not playing no games. We're all going to be there. You coming, by the way? You going to be there?
I wouldn't miss this. I'll be there.
You'll be there, brother.
At the Fremont Bridge. He's talking about it, that championship belt. has been around here since the 30s. Whew. Well, as I've told you before, action and things, just plain things happening like I haven't seen before, and I've been around for 14 years. I talked to Tough Tony Bourne, said he hasn't seen anything like it either. I tell you, it is wild. The action is wild. And, of course, every Saturday it's at the Sports Arena, and frequently on Tuesdays, special cards, and, of course, all over the Pacific Northwest, the wrestling better than ever. So why don't you take your opportunity to see it when you get a chance. Frank Bonema here. Thank you for being with us. From the Portland Sports Arena, this has been Portland Wrestling.
Get off the ring.
Brought to you in part by Tom Peterson, Oregon's largest TV stereo and appliance store, now furniture too, at 82nd and Southeast Foster Road. And by Marv Tonkin Ford, for you, #1.